Live. Welcome everybody to episode 11. We have our special guest here, Cynthia Monster
Hey,
Driver. Hello. Thanks for being on the show today.
I'm excited. I'm a little bit tired. It's a little bit later for me on the East Coast. It's
I know.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's all good.
I'm
Yeah, we
sorry.
had a long day. I filmed all day for my TV show.
Okay, so what TV show? Because I know you've done a few. You did one a few years ago.
Yeah. Give me a second. I think I'm on a different page too.
Okay. So as we're waiting for her to come back, I just wanted to mention I am wearing my. Oh, you're back. I was just gonna say I'm wearing my Jessie patch today because it was her birthday in memory of her, fastest woman on
Yeah,
earth. And I know that you are a big supporter of the Jesse Coombs Foundation or Combs Foundation as well. So yeah,
yeah, I got my patch too. Yeah,
and
I
your bandana.
started pass all over social media today, so it's always good. I got to snowmobile with Jessie. It was a lot of fun.
Did you really? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, she came to Ontario a couple of years ago, and we got to snowmobile for 3 days and
Oh, that's awesome.
falls, and it was a lot of fun.
Did you guys get to do some welding together too?
No, never got to
No.
wet. I mean, I feel like she's always in my shop with the bandana, and I don't know, she's just part of the shop. I feel like.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's super awesome. Again, thank you for being on the show and taking the time out of your busy schedule. You were just telling us about your show that you're taping right now.
Yeah, so it's actually the 6 years. So I've been doing it for 6 years now. So it's
Oh wow.
a Canadian TV show. We test drive everything with an engine. So motorcycle, boat, um, ATV, UTV, anything you can think of with an engine. We do like test drive it. So today I got to drive a three-wheeler from K&M, so it was a lot of fun. And
Wow.
it's a long day when you film because you don't get to drive. It's a lot of repeat movement and back up and doing it, and but it's
No, that's super awesome. That's kind of like a Canadian version of like Motor Trend or something like that, eh? So what station is that playing on, or is that like a is that on a special like Prime or something like that, or?
It's on the sport TV show back home. It's called RDS, but I think it's a channel really made for Quebec.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I haven't seen it, but they should stream it online.
Yeah, that
Hopefully,
would
they
be
can stream it
awesome.
online. Yeah. So we've got lots of comments coming in. I will read them in a bit. Now, I wanted to tell you something kind of funny that I was reading about you. So something that we both have in common is we both went to school for accounting, and we ended up in totally different fields.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and look at you. You're driving monster trucks, you're welding, you have your own podcast as well, if you want to tell us about that.
I mean, I'm all over the place. I always get bored with project and I always have to start new project. But yeah, so I study as an accounting, but driving monster truck, welding, and podcast TV show. The podcast we started last year. Me and a professional boxer. She's
Oh, okay.
and she's ton of fun, and me and her energy was awesome. So we had a good year last year. It was a lot of work, being on the road. Sometime I got to like run at the airport, make sure I could make it for the podcast, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you are a busy woman.
Yeah.
I was like seeing some of your videos and like your rollovers in your or like your flips and stuff in your monster trucks, and oh my God, like can you just tell us a little bit about how that feels?
Uh, well, I mean, it's almost like you have a car accident every time, but We have all the safety, to protect us. But it is a lot of impact on your body, so that's why I train a lot. I feel like having muscle really help, to keep you, um, to protect you from all the impact. But it is like a roller coaster sometimes that you feel like you don't have the control. You try to have as much control you can. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, you never know what to expect. That's why I love every competition. I cannot tell who's going to win, who's going to lose, but I'm always doing my best to win. I'm super competitive, and the sport is just getting crazy and crazy every year and more fun. So it's a good challenge. It's been 8 years now. I've been competing with Monster Jam, so it's definitely a good passion.
I've got your
Ah,
signed Monster Mutt. This is the
yeah,
truck that she was driving before the Lucas stabilizer truck.
yeah.
And did you win? You won like best jump or something for 2019. What was that?
Yeah, so I won a couple of things with that truck. I won Donut of the Year at Rising Store, and I won High Jump in 19. But
High
19
jump,
was
right?
definitely like my best year with that Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It's definitely a cool truck, and it was kind of sad for me to kind of let it go
Yeah,
2 years ago. But I definitely love my truck that I got to drive now, the Lucas Stabilizer. It's a big semi truck.
a lot
Um,
bigger, right?
yeah, so it's funny because I mean it's all the color of USA. It's red, white, and blue, and
Yeah.
I'm the only Canadian. But for me, it's pretty cool because I feel like I always say, oh, I love this shirt.
I got it. Yeah, I got it on. I thought I should put it on before you have to go.
That's all. It actually looked good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always feel like, I was born in Canada, but I was made in USA.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
my whole career started in USA, and it's just, it's a country that I definitely love. So for me to be able to drive that truck, it's an honor. I love Lucas Oil Product, and I love their mentality, their company. It's really family based, and it's like when you're with them, it's like being part of the family. So I mean, I definitely feel a little bit of the pressure of doing good every time I drive that truck, being a sponsor truck. But
Yeah.
it actually, like, I love the pressure. It kind of, push me to get better and to push the limit.
So you also, I mean, if for anybody watching that doesn't know, you used to competitively motocross as well, right?
Yeah, I race motocross. I race buggies. So I did motocross a little bit longer than off road. But yeah, I loved it. I just kept getting hurt every time, so I
Yeah.
had to be in a cage. But I transferred with buggies. That it's a Volkswagen engine, and you get to shift, and you have an end brake, so it's a lot of fun. I used to race in Crandon, Bark River, Michigan. So that was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed that. But there's not a lot of race in a year, and it's hard to practice. But
Mhm.
it was definitely a fun time for me.
So what's your schedule looking like for the next like couple of months? What's I haven't checked the Monster Jam schedule, so because you're always kind of in a different state.
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty much done for the summer.
Okay.
I have pretty much all summer done. They're trying to give more seat time to the new driver, because summer is like a little bit more easy. Not easy, but I would say like you're not in a series where every competition points matter so much. So,
Right.
summer is like kind of like each competition is separate. So, um, all the girls are getting a little bit more seat time, all the new girls. So I have a little bit of more off time, but I have a motocross track at the house, so we have a
Oh
race
wow.
each weekend. So me and my boyfriend, we take care. I mean, it's his track, but I definitely love to help, and I love driving tractors, so I try to learn how to build a track, and it's keep me busy. Between that, welding, my TV show, I got enough thing to do in a week.
And you have pin metal up,
Yep.
right? Which is
Yep.
actually I'm wearing the hat right now.
Yeah.
So I'm repping everything right
I
now.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just moved in the United States, the metal shop. So
Oh,
it,
okay.
it worked really good in Canada. I had a lot of customer, and it was like really good for me. I started during COVID, a little bit before COVID, but it was really really good. But now that I move in the United States, so it's like I need to restart everything from scratch, find new customer. But
Mhm.
I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a new challenge, and the new shop is gonna look so cool. Like, so the shop is moved, but we're building a new shop right now, and it's gonna be pretty big. So I'm really excited.
Oh, wow, nice. And then I mean, you're also working on your vehicles too, because I seen the truck that you have.
Yeah, so the F100, I actually did not build it, but I definitely work on it because, when you have a custom truck is always something to fix. But yeah, I have a 79 that was built in Texas, and I did a swap engine. It has a Coyote in it. It's a lot of
Okay.
fun. And so yeah, the Coyote is in Quebec right now, so I drove it all the way from New York to Quebec. It drive really good. It's have a 6-inch lift, and it's just a fun truck to drive. It has a nice noise,
It
and
looks nice.
I have a big bed so I can put a lot of stuff in it. So it's definitely my little baby.
So what does the next season of monster truck racing look like for you? Like you're still obviously going to be driving the Lucas stabilizer truck and
Yeah, so we're probably gonna restart in January. As of
Mhm.
right now, I did not get my schedule for September, October, November, December. So I'm not sure I'm gonna get any competition. So, but it's okay with me. I'm just gonna stay in my shop and keep busy. But yeah, I'm excited for next year. New tour. I think I'm gonna be on the East Coast, so it's gonna be. I love being on the East Coast. I mean, I love the West Coast,
Yeah,
but it's just easier for
it's
my family
different.
to come on
Yeah.
the East Coast.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check you out and when you're out this way and actually finally meet you, hopefully. I do go to the US a lot too for other types of shows.
Uh,
Do you go to the SEMA show too? I think you do,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So every year I go to SEMA. This year I'll probably go to PRI FabTech. Um,
Okay.
so I should be pretty busy during, September, October, November with shows.
Hmm.
Um, I did not go to FabTech forever, so I'm really excited to go to FabTech. I just feel like last time I went there, it was like a big reunion of every like
Does
welder fabricator, and it's just I don't know. FabTech is like definitely my favorite event, so I'm really
so
excited.
they have their own show? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so FabTech is in Chicago. We actually have one in Canada also. I never been, but most my welding friend are all
Yeah,
in the US. So it's really cool. Like you see pretty much every welder you follow on Instagram are almost all there, and
yeah.
you see all the new technology. You get to try it. You get to weld there. It's just sky is the limit. I love FabTech, and then last time I went there was a couple years ago, so I'm really excited to go back.
Nice. And then PRI I've never been to, but I will be at SEMA this year and Apex. Are you going to be signing? Do you
Yeah, I'll
have like a
probably be
booth?
at Lincoln Electric,
Okay.
and probably at their boot. I did not confirm. I usually do it like 2 months in advance. But I'm definitely gonna be there at Lincoln and Torchmate because I'm probably gonna do some demo because
Oh,
that's what
nice.
I've been using the most last couple of years is really my Torchmate. I love using my Torchmate, so I'll probably do some demo just because it's cool for me to share my passion about, cutting on
Mhm.
the CNC table. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, and you do a lot of like the water, is it the water jet cutting that you do for your
Uh,
signs
so,
and stuff?
so it's the CNC table. So it's a laser.
Okay.
The water jet would be awesome, but it's a different price of table. But
Yeah, oh for
yeah,
sure.
for what I do, the CNC torch table is perfect. It cut, really thick, and it does pretty good job on the cut. So I can do some cool projects.
It's kind of neat that there's actually a lot of lady welders out there. I've tried my hand at it a few times, but I mean, just an amateur. But there's a lot of really good welders out there. I mean, obviously you being one of them, and you do projects and sell them, and you work on vehicles, so it's pretty cool.
I feel like sometimes we all put pressure on, like, we're not the best welder, but I think we all have the same passion. And I almost stopped sharing my welds because I'm so tired of people always having something negative to say. But
Yeah.
I'm always excited to share, like, the project and everything. But I feel like it's like sometimes your wells are not perfect, but they're strong. And I weld so many different things. Like, I can TIG, I can MIG, I can stick. I feel like some people are just good in one thing, and I pretty much do everything. I'm not the best in everything, but
Well,
I'm
you definitely have a lot of talents. You
yeah.
are doing a lot. I post about you and say that you're badass because you do so many different things. And I
Same for
love,
you. You do really
well,
good.
thank you. Well, what I do want to say is thank you for being a role model for ladies and little kids these days, because it's sometimes it's few and far between, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're showing them that you can do all these things if you really want to. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
and it's not easy sometimes to, like, like, build a social media being in a male dominated sport, and not try to use your body to promote it too.
Yeah,
Is like a really different hard way, because it's so easy to gain follower using your body. Or
yeah,
And don't get me wrong, I'm super proud of my body. I work out a lot. I'm not ashamed on, like, if I'm on bikini and stuff, but I'm trying to, like, not use it during welding, because, but don't get me wrong. I see some posts, and, like, I have a couple of my friends that they do, and I don't judge. But for me, I want to be really a role model and show the little girl. It's like, you can be you. I'm girly. I can be as girly I can be, but sometimes it's cool to be. When you're a welder, like, you're not like. Usually, I'm not the prettiest. I sweaty. I'm wearing, like, this long sleeve, and I'm like, you don't really see skin anyway. So,
yeah,
I mean, that's the real life you see of a welder.
yeah, it's true. I'm gonna do a really funny video this weekend when I'm doing my oil change, and I'll tag you in it. And it's to do with that because I've seen some videos where girls are wearing like something ridiculous to do an oil change, and you're like, would you really wear that? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Was it
funny.
comfortable?
Yeah. So what are your goals for this year, because or for next year, I guess, because you've achieved so much stuff. Is there anything that you're looking forward to doing, or something that you want to do, somebody you want to work with, or
I mean, in the monster truck industry, I definitely this year I got the top 5 I was looking for, because the people I'm against are really good. So my goal was top 5 this year. I reached it out, so I was really excited. Um, I'm definitely looking for a top 3 next year. So every year I'm trying to, like, raise the bar.
right?
Um, so top 3 next year would be awesome. As far as welding, I'm always trying to challenge myself with new projects. So stick has been something I really been intrigued, and I'm trying to get better. I did a couple job with other people, not by
Mhm.
myself. So I just went to Lincoln Electric, got a little bit more class to learn a little bit. And, like, I only went 2 days, but those 2 days was awesome. Like, I learned so much about the rod, and how the rod was built, and what's the proper rod to use when I'm welding. So that was awesome. I learned a lot, like, because I did couple repair bucket, and I was actually not using the right rod. So it was kind of nice, to get to learn. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that not using the right rod. So that was really fun. So I definitely want to try to make more project with Stickwell this year, especially living on a motocross track. We have so many tractor, and everything always breaks. So
Yeah.
um, I'm definitely gonna have some project coming up.
Well, how fun is that, living with or on a motocross track, and you get to just like, so is it like a dirt track?
So we actually have a go-kart track in the
Oh,
front,
wow.
and we have three different track. So we have like a pee-wee track that it actually has light. You can have a night race, and there's a big, track, kind of like in a hill, so it's pretty nice. And there's another track, it's more like side by side. So there's a little bit of challenge everywhere, but it's fun. I mean, my backyard is awesome, and
And
my
is this
boyfriend is race motocross, and he loved driving tractor too, and he worked in an excavator, and he's actually the guy in the loader when I roll over in my monster truck that come pick me up in the loader, so that's
oh,
how we met.
wow.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys met?
Yeah, so
Oh,
actually
that's
like he's
cool.
part of the dirt crew with Monster Jam, so we met a long time ago.
Oh,
um
cool.
but I was kind of did not want to move back to US, so I was trying to push him back, but he gained my heart. So
Aw, so are you in the States living now? Like,
so I it's like half and half, because with the TV show I still do accounting too. So I'm in Canada like half the time and half the time in US, so it's 50-50, I would say.
that's kind of what I'm kind of trying to do. I think it would be really cool if I could do half and half because a lot of the shows and the stuff on the automotive side that I do is in the States.
Yeah.
There is stuff in Canada, but it's just different.
Yeah, there's just that's why I moved a couple years ago. It's just there's so much opportunity in US. There is a lot in Canada too, but it's easier when you're in the US. So for me, I just I decided to follow my dream and to take the chance, and it worked. And I would love to be part of a TV show one day in the US, but my Canadian show is doing really good, so it's good, and I'm learning a lot, how to build my question, how to be good during an interview, and the podcast definitely helped me out too, because when you're three people doing interviews, it's way harder to not talk on each other, and to so that was really good for me. The podcast was a lot, for me to learn.
I feel like you could be on that Hot Wheels show that they have right now, the Hot Wheels Challenge show, because I mean, they've literally made your vehicles.
So this one is actually a Spin Master. So
Oh,
a
I thought
couple
it
of
was
years ago,
okay.
most of them changed, and they work with Spin Master. That it's actually a company based in Toronto, I think. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, okay, okay.
Canadian, so it's their product is pretty nice. So I
Yeah,
love it.
I've got one behind me, and it's oh yeah, I guess it is Spin Master. I don't know why I was thinking it was Hot Wheels, but
Well, it used to be, so it get confusing.
yeah, but you could totally be on that show. I could totally see you on that show, and they're gonna do more seasons, so maybe you should look into that.
Yeah, I should.
Well, we only have a few more minutes because you said you have to go.
Yeah,
Um,
I
so
tomorrow I have more filming, and I have to wake up because I want to go to the gym early. So it's a long day. When you film, it's like you're outside in your helmet, filming, and they're like make you wait forever. You're sweating, but I mean, I still love it. But it's long days when you do filming. Like people don't realize sometimes how TV show it's like for one scene, it seems like it takes 5 minutes in real life to change your oil, but when you do
yeah,
film it, it takes an hour. So,
yeah, no, for sure.
they came at my house for a couple of things, and I feel like I had to redo everything like 5 times. So, it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of it working my patience.
Yeah. Are you taping in the States or in Quebec?
In Quebec. So
Oh, okay.
we're in Quebec. I'm in Quebec right now at my parents actually. But yeah, I still have a house here in Quebec, but I don't go often. Trying to sell it right now, so I don't go a lot. But it's on the
Mhm.
water, so it's nice when I need some off time.
Yeah, no.
I love being in the water. It's like my favorite thing to do.
So what's your favorite place in the States to be or wherever you're living? What
Oh, that's a
state?
good question. I mean, if my definitely favorite place is definitely California.
Yeah.
Um, just for the weather and the beach, and San Diego have such a great vibe, and I love going there. Competing, traveling. But I definitely, love Texas, Florida. There's a lot of other places I love, but I'm always trying to stay away from the snow because being
Oh,
Canadian,
I know.
I have enough snow at home that if I can travel, I'm trying to not choose the snow. But Colorado too is an awesome place. I love places that you can actually get to out seeing. So California is good because you can hiking. There's so much to do. So
Hmm. And is that's what you like doing on your off time, is doing lots of outdoorsy stuff?
oh yeah, I'm always outdoor. I'm not really an inside person. So I'll go. I love paddleboard, boat, surf, hiking, bicycle. I went play tennis today with my mom after the TV show. So I'm always trying to do sport, and it's definitely helped me out too for a reaction when you race. You want to be,
Yeah, reaction
older
time
you
is
get,
good.
and I feel like more
Oh,
you
I
have to
know.
practice.
Oh, I know. My knee was like so bad just before the show, and I was going down the stairs like in pain, and I was like, "Oh
uh,
my God, getting old sucks."
so where are you exactly in the West Coast?
So I'm in British Columbia. So
Okay.
I am like a couple hours from Seattle. Like
Okay.
I'm that close to the border in
Dude, I
Abbotsford.
came. I was there this year.
Were you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to link up next time
Yeah.
you're out this way, or if I'm out that way. But for sure, I will make sure we make some time and meet when we're in Vegas at the SEMA show.
Yeah, I got to see in Salt Lake City too. I got to see one of the girl welder. It was a lot of fun. She came with her kids, so it's always fun. Social media is a powerful tool that
It
you have to
definitely
use
is.
it in a good way. But I feel like I made so much like Instagram friend that sometimes you never get to meet. But um, I had question when I started welding, and I still do, but sometimes like, oh, what tungsten I need to use if I weld aluminum and stuff. Like you watch a bunch of video, but sometimes there's so many information that you're not
Yeah,
sure what's the good one. So sometimes, messaging. I remember I used to message a guy on the west coast of Canada that weld boat, and like he helped me so much with aluminum. Like I was like, okay, what do I need to use? What temp? And he really helped me out, and like free, like just helping me because he wanted to help me. And
hmm,
so now every time I have somebody ask me a question, I try to really take the time because people did for me. And I
hmm.
like it meant so much and it got me to get better as a welder.
Yeah, no, it is definitely a great tool. And that's one of the reasons why I started this show, is to like bring people together, and people that you don't normally see or get to talk to. Like
Hmm.
you're like a huge celebrity, in a lot of different fields. And a lot of people don't get to see you on a personal level because they see you, when you're racing or some of the videos that you post. So I think it's nice to have a personal conversation with someone like you that, I might not normally see. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for having me.
No, no, no worries. So you let me know
My
if you need
hair,
to
my
go.
hair is a mess because I had a
Oh, it's
helmet all
okay.
day and I was in the sun. But that's the real me. No makeup, and when I'm not in competition, I'm like totally a different person. Like not like I feel like not the look wise, but it's just I'm usually don't put makeup when I'm home or when I'm in the shop. When I'm doing competition, I feel like it's like you're on a stage. It's kind of like if you're doing WW, you're
Yeah.
trying to be a little bit more girly. So it's fun, like for me to have both sides. But I feel like when I'm home, a little bit more tomboy.
Yeah, no, you're gorgeous anyway. I mean, we see all your stories and stuff, and you go from being dressed up at your awards show to suiting up to get into your truck. So it's really cool to see all the different sides of you.
Yeah, the banquet was a lot of fun this year at Nashville. It's fun to dress up, and it's usually I don't wear a cowboy hat, so that was cool.
It actually suited you because you had the
Oh,
boots
thank
and
you.
everything.
It's a lot of fun. I was like kind of excited to take it off at night because I was like, oh, like
It was
a
a
full
lot.
night with the hat. That was hot.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. It probably gets really hot when you're racing in the truck too, hey?
Oh yeah, it's really really hot when you race Monster Jam truck, especially during winter, is not as bad, but in Nashville, like especially, it was super hot, and it does play in your mind. Like you're trying to concentrate, you're trying to be fast, be good, be responding when you race, but the E just gets you. You get tired, you just want to get over it. So sometimes you gotta be stronger. Your mind has to be stronger. When you
Yeah.
say sometimes you have to train physically but mentally, is like same thing as like when you train and you want to give up because you're tired, you're hot. It's kind of same thing when you're in a monster truck. Sometimes you want to kind of just get it over it, but you're like, no, no, you still have to give the best. So it's really mentally and physically.
Yeah, I could see both of those things, especially like you're saying when you're doing the flips and stuff, like oh my God, what that would do to your body and like the G forces or whatever. Like
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. And like the sport, like I said, is just getting crazier. We're jumping bigger, we're crashing bigger. The safety is getting better though too. Like I used to have 5 point harness belt, and now I have a 7 point. So you can see they're getting better with technology, and NASCAR is following too. We're pretty much having the same safety. So it's pretty fun. We're working with a new guy right now, and he's really want to get everything better. So it's fun, because less you're scared of getting hurt and more you're pushing the limits. So
yeah. Um, I was talking to Matt Hagan. He's a funny car driver
oh
for
yeah,
Tony Stewart Racing, and he said the same kind of thing. Like he's not afraid, and he just says you can't be afraid. You can't have any fear. You just have to go and do it.
oh
So
yeah, because the fear will eat you. So that's kind of why I stopped doing motocross, well,
yeah,
racing motocross, because I was too scared of getting hurt, and I could not take it off. So it was there, and I was like, okay, I need to get into another racing that I won't be scared, and I find it in off road racing, and I was like, wow, that's what it is to race without being scared, and you have so much more fun, and it's definitely makes a difference.
So one more thing before you have to go. When we're in Vegas for SEMA, if you have any time, I think it would be really cool if we could get down to the track. They have a track there, and
Yeah,
we should do some drag racing because I think
I'm
that'd
in.
be fun. Yeah,
I'm in.
maybe.
I'm definitely in. Gonna try to be more there longer because I'm usually in and out really quick when I go to SEMA, but I'll try this year to go at least for 2-3 days. So we should have a lot of time to hang out and find some fun thing to do. And SEMA, I feel like you never have enough time to see everything. There's so much going
I
on.
know it is true, and I usually go. Well, I've gone in the past for like the whole week, just so you have days before it starts and then days after because it's so crazy.
It is. It's
There's so many people that you need like the downtime before and after.
yeah. Yeah,
And
it's definitely a big week, but it's a lot of fun. Like it's
it
worth
is.
it. It's kind of sad because it's not everybody that gets to go. It's not open to public, but like I said, there's always Fab Tech. I think PRI. Not sure if it's open to public too. It's
No,
really
it's
only
not. It's not.
racing. Yeah, it's only racing industry. So, but yeah, Fab Tech's open to everybody. So I'll be there. So you should try to come at some point. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna look into it. I looked into PRI last year and I didn't apply in time, but maybe next year for
Yeah.
sure. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thanks for
Um,
having me.
right. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. I'm going to stay on.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Thanks again. Bye. All right, everybody. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer. She had to go because she has to film in the morning. I wanted to say hi to everybody. Micah, Colton, Charles. Who else is on here? Mr. Rico Wasabi, he always says. So that was really cool. I'm glad that I got her to come onto the show. Fellow Canadian, she's on the other side of Canada, but I thought it was really cool to actually talk to a monster truck driver. Like, isn't that badass? Oh yeah, and I want to show you the back of my shirt. See it? Isn't that cool? You see it? So funny. It's like I'm waiting for a response. So yeah, she gave me this shirt. She signed it. I thought that was pretty cool. Paul, hi, how you doing? Colton says he drove a go-kart for 5 years. Oh, cool. She's a beast. Yeah, no, she's amazing. She's like a welder. She has her own podcast. She does her own show. I can only strive to be like her one day. That'd be really cool. I've got lots of guests kind of lined up for the next shows. Trying to do a split between automotive personalities, builders, and then I've got diecast people as well. I think the show is starting to get some traction. We've got some big names coming on. She obviously was as well. Oh, Colton just sent me some money. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. You didn't have to. I didn't even know that. I know that you're the only one that's been sending me tips. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I don't even have enough to take it out yet because I'm waiting for all the views to start getting me paid. So hopefully that happens. I do love that you guys are watching. If you guys have any questions for me, now's the time since we've got some time. Let's see here. Sent his Hot Wheels. Oh yeah, no, that's awesome. Oh yeah, so I wanted to show you guys this. This is the truck that she used to drive, the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And that's the theme of the shirt that she gave me at that time. Now she's driving the Lucas stabilizer truck. Let's see here. Let me just go to the live chat. There we go. So, when's the last time anyone has been to a Monster Jam show? The last time I went, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, here in Vancouver. It was pretty cool. I can save it up and then deposit it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you need like a threshold of money before you can take it out. Yeah, it's been years, right? Yeah, it's for me, I think it's been 5 or 6 years. They don't come, I think they were coming annually. Still not getting notified. Oh yeah, for when I'm live. I don't know, but if you follow me on Instagram, like my personal account, SRTJovita, I send out reminders. I'll just do videos. So if you have my notifications turned on there, not the diecast account, but my personal account, I usually will post up videos like half an hour before, an hour before, 15 minutes before, just to make sure that I can get people in here. Let's see here. It says notified. Yeah. So what else do you guys want to talk about today? How's everybody doing? I want to thank you guys again for watching. Colton, I do it every time on your aw. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Colton, for all your support. I appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. Oh, thanks. My car. Yeah, I've got lots of work to do on the cars. So I'm finally picking up my wheels. I got my original BBS wheels for the Neon ACR. I got them powder coated, refinished, and then I got brand new Toyo Proxies for the ACR. So I'm picking those up this weekend. I've got to do a brake job. So I've got the Willwood big brake kit on the fronts. So I've got to do pad swap and then oil change on another car. And I got to do a wheel speed sensor on the Charger. So there's a lot to do. When you have 7 vehicles, there's always something to do. So I'm hoping to get some content for YouTube there, do some car stuff because you guys and whoever else is watching, I haven't seen my cars in a while. So I think that'll be good. Let's see here. Yeah, Charles. So if you just follow both my accounts, but then my personal one, SRTJovita on Instagram, I usually do the notifications there. If it's a diecast guest that I'm going to have, then I'll do it on my diecast account. And you should start a box with me, Charles. You haven't started a box in a long time. Let's see some wrenching, Rico says. Yeah, I'm going to do a funny video because I think it's funny when, actually, I'm not going to give it away. You'll see. You'll see. So I'm just tallying up my guests for the next couple of weeks. I'm thinking I'm going to end season 1 at the end of September and then start season 2 of this show. I'm hoping to get a little intro together because I think that might be a good idea. Make it look a little bit more professional. But yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I'll have to be in season. Oh, you're Colton. You are on every single show, so you're on season 1. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching so much. I will be back Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard, 9 Central. I got 3 car payments right now. Oh yeah, no worries, Charles. It's all good. I think I have like 40 Build-A boxes going right now anyway, so I think we're good. Yes, have a great weekend to everybody. Thanks for watching again, episode 12 next week. Thanks, guys, and have a good night.